What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Realistic Crimo. This is episode number 21, and as we look at the round 4 fixtures for the Carabao Cup, you'll see we have Crystal Palace away. Now, Roy Hodgson's Crystal Palace away, obviously after they sat Patrick Vieira just a week or so ago. Palace, obviously, now in the Championship, riding high in the Championship. One defeat, I think it is, in their first 15. They sit top of the league, obviously getting relegated from the Premier League last season. We did batter them at Selhurst Park in the last campaign 4-1. I remember that was when we were going for our first clean sheet as well, and we conceded quite late on to have that clean sheet denied by us. But yeah, obviously Palace got relegated. At the time, we were playing a Palace side that were very down in their confidence. They were in a relegation scrap and obviously eventually got relegated. Now, they're going to be a different animal. They may be a tier below us, but one defeat out of 15, their confidence is going to be sky high. So we can't go into this game assuming we're going to win. We do make 10 changes to the side. The only player that stays in the lineup is this man, Brennan Johnson. Just like in the Brighton game, we want to keep that bit of quality in the side so we can go on a nice cup run here. And, well, 20 minutes in, Benjamin Farmer, what a way to score your first career goal, by the way. Beauty from the academy graduate. He runs to the edge of the box, fires into the top corner to give the visitors a 1-0 lead. And it was going quite well. Brennan Johnson was getting a couple of chances, denied by Guaita quite a few times, and then this. Oh, man. Well, it was a risk playing him, obviously, and Douglas Luiz comes in with a pretty reckless challenge on the Welshman. He would stay down, and even though he would run off here as we sub him off, I knew that the injury wasn't going to be a good one, and yeah, playing Johnson in the cup game may come back to bite us, but we would look to just press our advantage here, and we would make it 2-0 just before half time. A great play to find Cash in behind, and then Jesse Lingard making it 2-0 to the visitors. This was quite a comfortable game, I would say. I didn't feel too much pressure from Palace. Jack Butland in our goal. Didn't have to make too many saves. We would get the chance here to make it 3-0. Jesse Lingard with a cheeky little ball roll there, fouled by the Palace defender and brought down in the box. It's very rare because I don't skill that much that I win penalties against AI, and Brereton Diaz with a chance to make it 3 goals in 2 cup games, denied by Guaita. But it wouldn't affect the result, luckily. As you saw there, the former Palace shot stopper Butland would make his first save with 5 minutes to go, saving from Mateta. And that would be it, that we would be through to the 5th round of the Carabao Cup. Pretty straightforward. Obviously, now we just wait to see what the results are on Johnson's injury. But yeah, that puts us on 6 wins on the bounce in all competitions and 8 unbeaten. As we see here, Johnson is out for 4 weeks. A tough call, a tough blow for sure. He's been class for us recently, Johnson, but now Brereton Diaz is probably going to have to step up. He is the natural replacement for him, so hopefully he can step up as we see the quarterfinal draw here, and a Sean Dyche's Everton at home. Very, very winnable, that, by the way. For a chance for us to get to a semi-final for the first time in this save. This is the first time we've been in a quarterfinal in this save. Can we make the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup? Everton at home, we will be the favourites, surely. Chelsea also drew Arsenal in that draw, so one of those favourites will be going out as well. So very, say it quietly, but could we get to the final? Could we win a cup? Who knows? Obviously, the Carabao Cup wasn't in the board's objectives. They want us to reach the round of 16, I think it was, for the FA Cup or the quarterfinals. Obviously, a cup semi-final in the Carabao Cup would be double decent. As we head into the second game of the episode, and it's Wolves, you would have seen there ex-Forest player Scott McKenna returning to the City ground with his current side. First time he's returned to the City ground since his move in January. One change to the side that beat Watford in the last episode. Obviously 10 changes to the cup game. Brereton Diaz coming in for the injured Brennan Johnson, and it would be the perfect start for the Chilean. 3 minutes in, we were worried about whether he could have the quality to fill in for Johnson. Well, 3 minutes in, he would get the goal. Great pass from Sayankov, by the way, and the Chilean makes it 1-0, shooting past Wolves keeper Sarkic. And I thought, playing against a Wolves side who are currently 17th, I think they've won 2 from their 9, and they've only scored 9 goals this season, so they would have to score more than their average just to win this game. I thought we would go on and cruise this game, but actually it was the opposite. Wolves came back really well. They responded well. You would have seen a couple of bad turnovers defensively from us. We weren't punished for that, luckily. They hit the post. Henderson came up with a few big saves. And then the second half, well, What's that old cliche in football? If you don't take your chances, you will get punished. We go down the other end. Nice little interplay between Freuler, Syankov, and Vega. They eventually find a Wonyi, and he scores. And then this goal. This is one of my favourite goals of the save. A counter-attack from a Wolves corner. Henderson plays it out. Gibbs White, I'm pretty sure it's his first touch of the ball. Whips it out wide to Nico Williams. He puts it into Freuler. And Freuler has the composure to volley back across goal to Taiwo. And it's 2 in the game for a Wonyi. 3 goals on the day. 3 points from the game, and that would be at full time. Good to get a win without Johnson. Nice that Brereton Diaz got his goal. I didn't see too much of him after his early goal, but that goal will give him a lot of confidence. Obviously, he will be starting for us in the next few weeks whilst Johnson is out. But yeah, another good win. 5 league wins in a row now. 7 unbeaten. After losing our first 3, it's been a brilliant turnaround. We changed the formation at the start of the season. It didn't really work. We changed it again after 3 games. We recognised that we weren't where we want to be and weren't getting the results we needed to be. And now look at us. Sat in 8th, 5 wins in a row, 7 unbeaten. It's been a really, really impressive turnaround. I'll be honest, I didn't expect this after the 3 games, after the 3 defeats. But the team's clicking, man. As we look at the board objectives, a bit annoying that they repeated a couple of their objectives from last season. They want me to sign 2 North American-based players again, which was a challenge last year. We will try and do that again this year. And then this. Oh. Chelsea coming in. Our first managerial offer that isn't an international job. Todd Bowley comes in and says, look, I'm not happy with what Graham Potter's doing. You know, I guess this is a realistic career mode after all. Want you to come to Stamford Bridge and save our bacon. Now, I looked at their position in the league. They're 5th, 1 point and 1 place above us. Or a couple positions ahead of us. So they're not doing too bad in the league, but then I saw why. Champions League, after 4 match days, they're bottom of Group D. 3 draws and 1 defeat. To be fair, there's 2 games to go, and they could still go through, but they are looking at an embarrassing exit out of Europe's elite competition. And the group, they should win it, really. Dinamo Kiev, Sporting Lisbon and Lazio, good sides, but you would expect a Chelsea side, you know, a team that's won the Champions League as recently as 2021 to get through that group. I had a look at their squad, and most of their current side was there. Mendy, Reece James, Koulibaly, 87 Havertz now, worth 98 million. Crazy. Patrick Schick, who of course scored twice against us in match day 2 at the City ground. A strong squad, no doubt. They're still in the Carabao Cup, obviously facing Arsenal in the quarters. So this was my moment. Would I take the Chelsea job? No. No, I'm not leaving Forest. I'm not leaving the City ground. Obviously, the chance to play in the Champions League is what I want to do as a manager, but I want to do it with Forest. I want to get there, and I believe I can get there with this side. So, Todd Bowley, thank you, but no thank you. You're going to have to find a different replacement for Graham Potter. But yeah, very interesting one. That one took me by surprise, and it was it's cool to see. Obviously, what we're doing is getting recognised, but yeah, Forest is my focus, and we move on. As we promote a couple of youth players here, Leo Wright looks like an absolutely fantastic left-footed attacker, and because the youngster is already 16, we promote him to the first team and put him up for loan. We also signed Dexter Ward to the youth academy. Perot, Cash and Gooch all come to us and say they want to play the next game. I don't really know why Cash is worried about Perot, because Perot's left back, Cash is right back. Perot, I don't even think Perot can play right back, or vice versa, so bit of a weird one there, but yeah. As we move into the third and final game of the episode, it's Sheffield United at Bramall Lane, another one of the newly promoted sides. We beat Watford in the last episode away. It was a goal fest, 4-3, and we now travel to Sheffield United. Currently stand 16th, so not a bad position after 10 games. 8 points is a decent return from them for a side that has obviously just been promoted. Their top priority will be staying up. Sheffield United in real life as well, fair play to them. They're in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. They beat Tottenham in the last 16, then beat Blackburn, and to set up a game against Pep Guardiola's Manchester City in the semis. Fair play to Sheffield United. Looks like they're going to be back in the Premier League next season. Be interesting to see how they get on in that semi-final. Going into R11, it's the same 11 that beat Wolves, featuring Maguire and Henderson, who both are former Sheffield United players. Maguire came through the youth academy here in Sheffield, whilst Henderson had a great couple of loan spells between 2018 and 2020. I remember him being a fan favourite at United as they got promoted to the Premier League, and then the following campaign when they finished 9th. So yeah, it was quite crazy actually that they got relegated the next season. But Yeah, they got a very good, very strong squad. I love that their stadium, Bramall Lane's in the game as well, just making it a bit more immersive. And well, it would be goals galore to start the game. We would go 1-0 up. Niakate getting his first goal of the season, maybe his first goal with a save actually. Vega plays a 1-2 off the short corner with a Syankov, and Niakate sends it home. But just 7 minutes later, Ollie McBurney, who lost the header to Niakate as he headed home, he would equalise the Scotsman, making it 1-1. We would go back down the other end, make it 2-1. Nico Williams cutting in from the right and playing a really nice pass into a 1-1, and he would score once again. But then straight from kickoff, you would have seen Ollie McBurney with an absolute rocket. The ball just bounced up as he hit it, and it was a beautiful strike. 2-2. And then just before half-time, injury time in the first half, 3 minutes into it, to be precise, Taiwo turns provider as he finds Ben Brereton Diaz, and the latter makes it 2 goals and 2 stars as he sits in for the injured Johnson. A great finish from the edge of the box. So 3-2 at half-time, and well, the goals were flying in at both ends. The second half there were more goals, but it was all down one side. We turned the screw. We did not allow Sheffield United a sniff in the second half, and we would put 4 past them in the second half, including 2 for this man, Brereton Diaz, a hat-trick for the Chilean. 4-2. Filling in for Johnson. This is absolutely what I want to see. It's class. I think Freuler got in on the act as well. Yeah, great finish to a game. 7-2. Vega would go down with an injury as well. Taken out from behind. Awful challenge from the Sheffield United player. And the Mexican would go down. We'd have to sub him off, and we'd have to see how bad his injury is. Injuries coming thick and fast. Good thing we've got that depth now, though. And I think we brought on Lingard for the remaining game. Awoniyi would get his second goal of the game as well, and it would end 7-2. A thumping victory at Bramall Lane. Two newly promoted sides we've played, and we've put 11 goals past them. Yes, we've conceded 5, but to put 11 past them, these newly promoted sides are very easy to attack on. Their defence isn't great, as we see. Well, back-to-back bad injuries. Vega out for 3 months with a broken toe. Heartbreak for the Mexican, who's been class this season. He's started pretty much every game. We started every game since we've changed to that 4-2-2. Now we're going to have to find a replacement for him for the next 3 months. As we look at the league table now, we're up to 5th, 6 wins in a row in the league, 8 unbeaten, and we're the league top scorers. What a turnaround. I bet we couldn't have predicted that after 3 defeats to start off the season. But that will be it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in episode 22 very soon.